here, poverty wears the face of a woman, isn't it? When it is poverty, they remember the woman. But we are no less human. You are the same thing as the man. It is just your physique that is different. It is just your physique that makes you different from the man. And so we shouldn't at all see ourselves, we as women, as being less important or less, or that the role we have to play is in the kitchen. Gone are the days that we see ourselves, we as women, that our role ends where? In the kitchen. We have to help to foster peace. As women, wherever there is need to talk about peace, we should find ourselves there. Even right now here. If there is no peace, can you sit down here? And so that is one of the things we are talking about. That even the governor of Rivers State has been able to bring about relative peace that you and I enjoy today. That is the reason why we should not give up. In our homes, we should preach peace. Wherever we find ourselves, we should preach peace. Even while you sit here, you should be your sister's keeper. Whatever concerns your sister also concerns you. Do not be engaged in pulling her down syndrome. When your sister is going up, help your sister to go up. When your sister is down, whatever happens to her, share with her. And that is the only way we will be able to surpass the thing that they look at as man, a man's world. It is not. It is for all of us. And the earlier we come together to put hand on the table to talk about this and to put it in practice, the better for each and every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. The next question is around business. So I would like to ask the question, what is it that inspired you, for those of you all who are in business, what is it that inspired you, or what was your dream that motivated you to start a business? And what is it that you are giving back to your community as a way of paying it forward?
Thank you very much. I think I will just give a little brief about myself. Maybe that will now kickstart. One, I'm from a very poor home. Two, I was kicked out of school at primary 4. 3, I refused not to be educated. I started selling bread at primary 4. My parents never knew how I went to school. I was selling anything that can bring in money. Thirdly, I was almost like an outcast because I'm a Christian from a Muslim home. Fourthly, I was forced into early marriage, but with a condition to who wanted to marry me that I must continue in school. And thank God I'm a graduate. Thank God my children are graduates too with second degrees. Fifthly, when I became a member, all this empowerment thing started with me. In 2001, I looked at the humble beginning I started with, and I saw how God was so faithful to my life. And I said, let me give something to the society. And I looked at the women, and I looked at the youth. And I started an empowerment program for about 100 people. So any legislator that is doing any empowerment, any first lady that is doing empowerment, borrowed it from me. Because I was the initiator of empowerment and giving back to the society that have brought me to where I am. I started business at a very tender age because poverty was tearing at my face, but I refused to allow that poverty to take over my life. And today the story has changed. Yes, I'm into oil and gas. I have a number of employees with me, almost about 70. So I think I'm a contributor even to the GDP of Nigeria. And one thing I want to tell you women, when a woman is standing up, they said it, and that was why I kept quiet, because I knew something about business would come on. If one woman is up, definitely families are up. And like what I normally tell the girls, be proud that you are a woman, you have your dignity, and you should tell yourself that I will be better than my parents. When you dream dreams, you dream big. So don't look at that little tomato you are selling. Look at tomorrow that this tomato will produce something that the world will be envious of you. I refuse to allow women, especially in our system now, to start following politicians in the name of, I want 10 naira, 10,000, 50,000. No. You can do it better than the person. Because the money he's giving you out, when you elect him into power, he will get back his money first before he think about you. So when you see a woman coming out, even if you don't like her face, don't like her height, like my sister here, she's the tallest lady here. So even if you don't like her height, but if she can deliver something that tomorrow you will be a beneficiary of it or your child, give it to her. But when you elect this woman today, say, I don't like her, and I only have to go there, then tomorrow now you drag her back. It happens to me, but I'm happy. I spent 12 years in the parliament, and I've not regretted it. All the 2 constituencies that I've been till today, I'm being taken as a hero. So please, whatever we do in life, don't look down on that thing you're doing, especially the Nigerian woman. 40% of the Nigerian earning is from the informal sector. And that 40% are all those women that are here. Because they are the ones that sell the bread, they are the ones that does the hairdressing, they are the ones that are the seamstress and all those things. And yet the government is not taking care of them. But thank God for people like the governor, who believes in women, who knows that at the end of it all, the women will give him a covering fire. Thank you very much.
What inspired me to go into business personally, it was my mom. My mom has been a wonderful role model in my life. She just trained us from a very tender age. She was already working as a secretary in a private company, but she didn't stop there. She was always seeking extra income to bring into the family. She wasn't relying on my dad's money, who was working by himself, but she was going far. I remember my mom working in an office, but every Thursday morning at 4 a.m., she'll wake me up, and I have to go to school after that. And she'll tell me, let's go to the airport. We need to go and buy fruits and vegetables. I'm like, Mommy, what do you want to do selling fruit and vegetables? You work in an office, you have a salary. What is it that you're looking for? She was like, you will understand later. And we would go there to the airport, and we used to struggle with the market women. You know, we didn't have their physical strength. And I used to be so impressed. I was like, wow, how can Mommy do that? After struggling with the women, the market women buying tomatoes and fruits and vegetables, we take our own parts, we take it home, Mom will load it in the car. And in her office, she'll be selling it to her colleague. And the ones she hasn't sold to her colleagues, she'll bring it back to the house, and she'll tell me later, you know what, let's go to the neighbors. I said, please, Mommy, don't do that. You know, we had to go and knock at the neighbors' doors and say, do you want mangoes? Do you want these? I mean, at the time, as a child, I used to think it's embarrassing, but she was implanting something in my life. My mom didn't stop there. Beside the fact she had a salary, she basically found a good job, she still had this passion for business. And she opened up a wine bar, what we could call here maybe, somewhere people drink. And every summertime, she would tell the lady at the bar there to go and have some rest, and she would take us there. She tried everything, and eventually she ended up in politics as well. And this has put passion into me, into wanting to do